It's the Gone Fishin podcast in association with the OEHL and the Shelburne Muskies, and hosted by OEHL live on YouTube play-by-play commentator Andrew Rodgers. This podcast is brought to you by Larry's Small Engines, your trusted Can-Am, Sea-Doo, Ski-Doo dealer in Mono, Ontario, Canada. Located at 286-270 County Road 10. Visit their website at larrysmallengines.ca or call 519-941-1517 today. Here is your host, Andrew Rodgers. Hello once again, everybody. Andrew Rodgers here with you for the Gone Fishin podcast. This is our New Year's Eve edition of the Gone Fishin podcast. I am your host, Andrew Rodgers, and really great to bring you this episode, obviously on a special Wednesday edition, just like last week's, considering the holidays that fall on our normal Thursday slot. Happy New Year, everybody, and hopefully you guys have a great time tonight, ringing in the new year, however whatever that looks or however that looks, and just hopefully you guys have a great time. Hopefully everybody's getting around safely right now, considering the weather. My goodness, just been absolutely crazy out there in terms of the weather. If you're going anywhere, please do travel safely. Get to where you need to safely. If you don't have to go anywhere, please don't. Stay off the roads wherever you are. Unless, of course, you're not getting walloped like some places are. It was nasty today. Those winds are no joke. When you can't see out there, the roads are no place to be. And from what I understand in the forecast, it's not going to get any nicer. Really begs into question how the remaining 4 weeks or so of the season of the OEHL is going to shape up here, considering there are already games to be made up so far. There's a couple that haven't been announced yet, as far as I know, and a lot of games left for teams to play in this 4-week stretch that teams are it's crunch time for teams to make up those games. And could we see Tuesday games maybe? It's hard to say. I've seen crazier things though. During the week games, I've seen those before. They're not fun, but we'll see how it goes. But a lot of games coming up this upcoming weekend. We'll get to that. It was 1 day of games, 4 games in hand. I believe it was 4, if I remember correctly. No, that's wrong. 5 games this past Saturday. 2 in the north, 3 in the south. That's right. One of those games I was at, that was the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks taking on the Minto 81s this past Saturday at the Plex in Port Elgin. I have highlights for you from that. But we'll recap the scores in the south and the other game in the north. We will also get you caught up on all your standings and league stats across the OEHL. We'll get you caught up on your year-to-date or to-date statistics for the Shelburne Muskies and the scoring leaders, goals, assists, and points like we normally do. Of course, Shelburne didn't play last week. They're next in action this upcoming Sunday. We'll get you teed up for that. We have also, at the conclusion of this podcast, we will show you every goal that myself or 509 Sports Online has captured from the Shelburne Muskies this season. Obviously, there were some games where there was no video highlights to be able to capture the goals that the Muskies scored. Those will not be shown, obviously. But the ones that myself and 509 Sports Online got throughout the course of this season so far in 2025, we do have for you. So we will play that at the end of the episode. So like I say, highlights from Port Elgin and Minto from this past Saturday. We'll get you caught up on all the league happenings and your Shelburne Muskies statistics updates. We will play that package, and we will get you set up for this upcoming weekend. We'll tell you where the games are going to be and where I'm going to be at the Real Raji 21, where you're finding this podcast, and obviously all the games that I've been streaming throughout the course of the season, which are quite a few. I honestly, it was staggering to me to see the number being so high, but the viewership numbers have been absolutely phenomenal. And, in the spirit of thankfulness and just appreciation in general, I don't like to use the words "it goes without saying" because I'm more of a say what I mean and express my gratitude kind of guy. And at the end of the day, I'm very grateful to the people who watch, to the people who comment, to the people I talk to in the buildings that are just so incredibly grateful for the service that I provide. And it's just very rewarding. And I really do appreciate all of you. And I can't say that enough. Anyway, let's get to it. This past weekend, we'll start in the South. The Petrolia Squires travel to Erin to take on the Outlaws. Outlaws defeating the Squires 7-4. Erin improving to 10-3. Petrolia falls to 9-5. Over in Dunnville, it was the Arrows taking care of home ice. They continue to be on a roll here. They're now 8-6 on the season, while Tillsonburg falls to 5-10. 5-3 victors for Dunnville. And then you had Seaforth just absolutely demolishing Delhi on their home ice. Seaforth showing why they're top seed in the South Division with a 16-1 win over Delhi. Seaforth improving to 12-2-1 and improving that goal for and goals against tally. The goal differential just absolutely phenomenal. Before we get to the North scoreboard from this past Saturday, we have highlights of the Minto 81s and Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. Enjoy.
It is Saturday, December the 27th. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's my last play-by-play game of 2025 and game number 18 on the season as well. I've been busy and plenty more to come in 2026. Like I say, Andrew Rodgers with you. Great to be along at the Real Raji 21. Starting goaltenders for the Minto 81s is number 1, Ben Nelson. He makes his first start of the season for Minto. Starting in goal for the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks is number 1, Clayton Fritsch. He is 6-3-1 on the season. Minto wearing their road whites, while Saugeen Shores dons the home navy blues. And we are underway here at the Plex. Great to be with you. Johnstone will go in after it with Andy Fraz. Johnstone and Fraz as they get it to the middle. No shot there on Nelson, and it's out. Look out, what a hit! Good body check there from Chad Jones as they come in across the line. And McIsaac puts it off a stick and out of play. Big body check there from Chad Jones, number 44. Lagazzo, natural defenseman. Lagazzo throws it across. Will quarterback this power play. Gets it at the blue line. Plays it over to Keaton Willis. Willis shoots. It rebound, scores! On the power play, it's the captain, Caleb Warren. And the Minto 81 strike first. They're up 1-0. Initial shot from number 55, Riley Cribben, and it's number 81, Caleb Warren on the rebound. Here as an option, keeps it, puts it back to Hellier now. He'll put it across to McDermott. McDermott fires it across. He was looking for McLean. It hopped over his stick. Back to Hellier at the line. He'll put it over to McLean, who's got room. Shoots! Just missed! Boy, that did not miss by much on the glove side. Fegan. Back to the line to Hellier. Oh, intercepted there by McDermott. McDermott shoots! Oh, he just missed! I don't know if that hit the post or the knob of Ben Nelson's stick. Now they'll do this face-off here. It'll be tied up at the center and thrown to the corner boards. And that will do it. 20 minutes are in the books here in Saugeen Shores. As we get set, like I say, to start period 2 here at the Plex in Port Elgin. Andrew Rodgers with you at the Real Raji 21. Great to be alongside. Hopefully you're streaming both us and the Team Canada World Junior game against Latvia. Solid game there yesterday against Czech Republic. I believe that's who they played. And Aiden Yard's going to turn and fire it out of the zone, and now it's going to be a 2-on-1. And across the line. Oh, Cribben couldn't get there. It was just out of his reach, or he had to tap in. Miles McLean up the ice, over to Donnelly. McLean going to the net. Marlowe! Stopped by Nelson. Nicely executed 3-on-2, and Marlowe just put it off of Nelson's blocker, and the puck is out. Ben Nelson making the save on Mike Fegan. Rob White puts it across to Hellier. He shoots off a stick. Nelson makes a save, rebound. He gets across for that too. Donaldson had him at his mercy, but he fanned on it. It was kind of a knuckler into Nelson. But Nelson makes the save, and it's still 1-0. Here's Donnelly, and he'll start up with a head of steam. Out of his own end. Across center he goes. Number 8, Justin Donnelly to the backhand. Saved by Nelson. Rebound! Save Nelson again. Rebound scores! Miles McLean! The third time's a charm! And the Winterhawks are on the board. It's 1-1. Back to get it is Brendan Clayton. He'll give it away though to Lightfoot. In the middle, Donaldson couldn't get the shot away. Minto gonna skate this puck out. Gibson crosses center, brings it into the Winterhawks zone. She scores! Steven Gibson, number 6, fires it high, blocker. And Minto restores the lead. It's 2-1. What a blast from number 6. Here's another shot. Centering pass. Still loose, but no shot on Nelson. And the net is off as Nelson goes down awkwardly. And now we get a bit of a pile up here in front of Nelson, and that's the concern right now is for the Minto goaltender. He went down really awkwardly on that collision, but he looks to be okay. Able to get there defensively. Look out! This one, Riley Cribben was loose in behind the D, and now here's a chance for Donnelly. Donnelly elects to pass, and it was intercepted. Look out! And it stays out. Boy, that one almost snuck in behind Nelson. And we get some extracurriculars, of course, because why wouldn't we in senior hockey? Caleb Warren stepping in for this face-off against Andy Fraz. It'll be one back and a couple seconds left, and Winterhawks are going to get this puck out. 40 minutes are in the books here at the Plex in Port Elgin. Minto 81's leading by a score of 2-1. Yeah, Andrew Rodgers with you live on YouTube at the Real Raji 21. Great to be here as we get set for period 3 with the 81s leading by 1. Minto have played a league low 10 times coming into the hockey game and need to make up a ton of games in a 20-game season with just over 4 weeks to play in the season, as that one's in on Nelson. He's going to hold on to it. It's still loose. Warren again. Look on zone. How did that not get across? Warren was wide open. Sticks are flying everywhere out here. It's still in the zone. Shot scores! Lagazzo on the backhand. And eventually it had to go in for Minto, and it does there as the Winterhawks can't get that puck out. And the Minto 81s make them pay, and they extend their lead. Puck deep, and Minto steals! Save Fritsch, and that's a beauty! And this is sent all the way down the ice. What a save by Clayton Fritsch there. Ho ho! He got over in a hurry, stuck that pad out, and made a big stop. Played minor hockey here, so minor hockey night means a little bit more to me too. As, like I say, many of memories here, both at the Plex in Port Elgin and also the arena. Oh, there's a shot, they score! Donnelly, he gets one finally for the Winterhawks as they break through. And Justin Donnelly, number 8, puts it past Ben Nelson. The Winterhawks are within 1, it's 3-2. Now it's going to come across to Quaid. Quaid's going to bring it up the ice. Donnelly trying to get there. He's got the puck in behind the net. Centering pass. McLean can't get the shot away. They battle for it there. It's still loose. McLean picks it off. Shoots, scores! Miles McLean! And the game is tied here in the third. Who steps up on him. But now it's loose. Hellier stopped by Nelson point blank. He was all alone. What a chance. Hellier again couldn't get the shot away. And now Lagazzo's going to bring it out. Lagazzo up the ice on the far side. Shoots. Save Fritsch. Rebound. It's still loose. Cribben in the corner. Backhand to Warren. Warren in the Winterhawk zone puts it to the line. Alexander shoots. Scores! Jordan Alexander through traffic. Beats Clayton Fritsch. And number 12 of Minto puts it home from the line, and it gives the 81s the lead with 2:14 to go. And kill some serious clock 1:30 left here in the third. Good job by Minto just keeping that puck down there. And now White's going to have to come and get it. Pressure there by Herford, and he takes it away. Herford fresh off the bench, and it's going to come across, and they give it away. Here's Lagazzo scores! Adam Lagazzo picked the pocket, came out into the middle and beat Clayton Fritsch, high blocker, and that will most assuredly do it, barring a miracle from Saugeen Shores here in the third, as they now trail it 5-3. Adam Lagazzo with his second of the game. Jones is going to glove that down and throw it back into the Minto zone. 8.4 to go, and this one's going to be into the middle. Riley Cribben going to grab it, and he'll go back into his own end, and that will most assuredly seal a Minto 81 victory. They improved to 6-4-1 on the season, while the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks fall to 9-4-2.
Yeah, guys. So as you can see, big game from the Minto 81s on the road. Shorthanded 81 squad. Adam Lagazzo with a couple goals, and Jordan Alexander with the winner to give the 81s the two-time defending champ. A 5-3 victory over the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks, who continue to slide a little bit here. They've lost a few in a row now. They're 9-4-2 with 5 games remaining. 5-3 Minto is scoring that one. And then elsewhere, the Ripley Wolves continue to win. 5-1 over the Lucknow Lancers. It was a home-and-home series between the two clubs. Ripley taking the first in Lucknow 7-3, and then winning on home ice this past Saturday 5-1. And in a battle of the Mears brothers, Chase and Garrett. Garrett obviously just continuing to pile on the statistics. We're going to get to those in a minute as well. But like I say, Ripley 5-1 victors over Lucknow. Ripley now in second place. We'll look at the standings here. As we start in the south, you have the C4 Centenaires, 5 points better than the Aaron Outlaws, who sit solely in second. Petrolia 2 points behind in third at 18. You have Elora now tied with Dunnville. Elora with 2 games in hand, 16 points apiece. You have Tavistock 2 points back, sole possession of sixth. And then you have Tillsonburg and Milverton both at 10 points and Delhi at 0. Over on the north side of things, like I say, it's a new number one again for what feels like a third consecutive week of doing this podcast. It seems like a different number one emerges every week. It's the Ripley Wolves now that's own sole possession of first place. They are 11-2, 22 points, one better than the Elmville Harvesters. Ripley with 2 games in hand. They also have 2 games in hand over Saugeen Shores, who sit solely in third. You have the Durham Thundercats, who played 11 games. They have 18 points. They're 2 back of Saugeen Shores for third. Georgian Bay Apple Kings at 7-7 are in fifth. Minto 81s at 13 points. They are 1 back of Georgian Bay. They've played 11 games. They have 3 games in hand on Georgian Bay, 4 games in hand on Elmville and Saugeen Shores. You have Shelburne at 8, Lucknow at 7, Creemore at 4. If the playoffs were to end today, here are your matchups that would start the playoffs. You'd have a play-in between Lucknow and Creemore to determine who would get Ripley, Georgian Bay, Durham, Minto, Saugeen Shores, and Shelburne and Elmville on the north side. Over on the south side, it would be Milverton or Delhi that would get number 1 Seaforth. You'd have Dunnville and Elora, Tavistock and Petrolia, and Tillsonburg and Erin. In the south side, a lot of juicy matchups there. I don't know really which one I would be most intrigued by, but there are some good ones, especially that matchup between the Minto 81s and Saugeen Shores Winterhawks, 2-time defending champ Minto. And after seeing those two duke it out, I mean, them two at full rosters, can't imagine. Let's move on to our stat categories. The leading goals. You have Brody LeBlanc that this is the stats that end 2025 moving into 2026. Brody LeBlanc, 2 goals more than Luke Uhrig of Durham and Mackenzie Fleming of Georgian Bay at 17. You have Jacob Kelly of Elmville at 16 alongside Garrett Mears of Ripley. You have Cody Britton of Ripley with 15. Jacob Robitaille of Georgian Bay 14. Jared Nash of Seaforth now with 13. He is in 8th. You have Miles McLean at 12 from Saugeen Shores in 9th, and 4 others tied at 11 that sit in the top 10. In your assists, you have Jacob Kelly of Elmville with 30 assists. Evan Bueller is second of Georgian Bay with 24. You have Ripley Wolves, Garrett Mears at 23, Cody Britton at 21, alongside Durham's Luke Uhrig and Kyler Nixon. Justin Graham of Durham, 20 assists. Mackenzie Fleming of Georgian Bay with 19. Brody LeBlanc of Durham with 18. And two other players tied at 17 apiece to round out the top 10. As far as points go, it's Jacob Kelly right now with a 5-point advantage over Garrett Mears of Ripley. Excuse me. That is a 7-point advantage, not a 5. 7-point advantage. He sits with 46. Mears with 39, one better than Luke Uhrig of Durham at 38. Brody LeBlanc is one behind at 37. You have Cody Britton of Ripley at 36. Mackenzie Fleming of Georgia Bay at 36, alongside Evan Bueller, also of the Apple Kings, at 34. Miles McLean of Saugeen Shores at 29, Kyler Nixon of Durham at 27, and Matt Rugrock of Dunville at 26 round out the top 10 scorers. Over on the defensive side of things, the leading defenseman in points is still Kyler Nixon. He has a 4-point advantage over Riley Pitt of Elmville. Dave Pierce of Elmville is number 3 at 21. You have Adam Lagazzo of Minto at 17. Those stats also include his time with the Shelburne Muskies. Andrew Burns of Dunville, 13. Logan Blazer of Georgian Bay with 12, alongside Dawson Farrer of Ripley and Todd Hellier of Saugeen Shores. You have Sean Lantz of Elora and Ruben Smith of the Seaforth Centenaires, both with 11 points apiece on the defensive side of things in the top 10. As final stat category for the league is the goalie wins, and that is Alex Hutchison's win total to beat right now, as he is 8-0 on the season. He only played 2 periods against Delhi before giving way to Jonah Wilson, and it was Alex Hutchison earning the win, playing 2 periods. Seaforth, he is 8-0, and just a remarkable season he has put together. Jason Hamilton of Ripley, Colin Dunn of Elora, Clayton Fritsch of Saugeen Shores with 6 wins apiece. You have Alan Maneri of Georgian Bay, Jacob Knowles of Petrolia, Jonathan Reinhardt of Minto, and Noah Featherstone Howe Gow of Elmville, all with 5. Andrew Best of Elmville with 4, alongside 7 others who have 4 wins at this point in 2025-2026 for the goaltenders. Our final stat categories we're going to show you are the Shelburne Muskies team stats. That starts with the goals, and that is Kyle Burke at 8. Chris Weber follows at 6. You have Nick Hodgson at 4. Sean Caruso at 3. Carter LaRue, Jake Belvedere, Jamie Coover also at 3. You have Devin Train, Jake Stoneham, and Tyler Ferreira at 2. Over on the assist side of things, you have Kyle Burke at 7. Corey Allen at 6. Jake Belvedere and Keith Palmer at 5. Chris Weber, Nick Hodgson, and Tyler Ferreira at 4, alongside Alejandro Nicastro. Then you have Carter LaRue and Jake Stoneham at 3. Final stat category for the Muskies is in points. Kyle Burke leads at 15. You have Chris Weber at 10 and number 2. Jake Belvedere and Nick Hodgson at 8. Corey Allen, Keith Palmer, Tyler Ferreira, Alejandro Nicastro, and Carter LaRue at 6. And Jake Stoneham at 5 rounds out the top 10. Yeah, guys. So that gets you kind of caught up on league happenings and where we are with that. As we get ready to flip the script onto 2026, flip the calendar, if you will. But a lot of good stuff there. Like I said, coming up here in a moment, we're going to show you all the goals that we have collected and compiled from the Shelburne Muskies in 2025. Their return to the senior circuit in 3 years, courtesy of myself and 509 Sports Online. But before we do that, we're going to get you teed up here for this upcoming weekend. A lot of games, weather pending, of course. We will start on Friday, January the 2nd. It's the Ripley Wolves and the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks, I believe, for the 3rd time this season. It goes from the Plex in Port Elgin at 8:30. Over in the south, one game as well. That takes place in Tavistock, a rare Friday night game for Tavistock. It goes at 8:30 at the Tavistock and District Recreation Center when they welcome in the Tillsonburg Thunder. Switching to Saturday, 4 games in the north. It gets underway with the Minto 81s taking on the Ripley Wolves at the Palmerston and District Community Center Complex in Palmerston, Ontario, Canada. 5 o'clock, as I mentioned, is the start time. Elsewhere, in Thornbury at the Beaver Valley Community Center and Arena, 5:30 is the start time between the Creemore Coyotes and Georgian Bay Apple Kings. In Durham at the Durham Community Center and Arena, the Red Hot Thundercats welcome in the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. 7:30 is puck drop in that one. Finally, in the north, it's the Lucknow Lancers traveling to Elmvale to take on the Harvesters at the Floss Elmvale Community Arena at 8 o'clock on Saturday, January the 3rd. Moving to the south, there are 3 games. The first game gets underway between the Tavistock Royals and the Milverton Four-Wheel Drives. This one actually takes place in Wellesley, Ontario, Canada, home of the Wellesley Applejacks Junior Club. This one takes place at the Bill Guys Recreation Center in Wellesley at 1:45 in the afternoon. So that one will get underway before I am on the air from Thornbury at 5:30. Elsewhere in the south, it's the Elora Rocks traveling to Petrolia, a rare Saturday night game for the Petrolia Squires. Normally, they play their games Friday nights, but Elora takes on Petrolia at the Greenwood Rec Center in Petrolia, Ontario. That's 7:30, the start time. And then our final game on Saturday, January the 3rd, in the South Division, takes place in Tillsonburg at the Tillsonburg Community Center at 7:30 when Tillsonburg welcomes in the C4 Centenaires. That'll be a good matchup there. Finally, on Sunday, January 4th, the weekend action wraps. We'll start in the north. The Minto 81s traveling to the Center Dufferin Recreation Complex in Shelburne for a tangle with the Muskies. It's a 1:30 start time. Elsewhere, the Durham Thundercats take on the Creemore Coyotes from the Creemore and District Recreation Center. It's a 1:30 start time as well. Our final game is in the south from the weekend's busy action on Sunday, January 4th. The Delhi Flames travel to Erin to take on the second place Erin Outlaws. That takes place at the Center 2000 in Erin at 3:30 in the afternoon. The final graphic that I want to show you is where you can find me this upcoming weekend at the Real Raji 21 live on YouTube. On Friday, I am at the Plex in Port Elgin for the Ripley Wolves and Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. On Saturday, January 3rd, I am in Thornbury to do the Creemore Coyotes and Georgian Bay Apple Kings. 5:30 is the puck drop. And then on Sunday, my 3-3 wraps in Shelburne at the Center Dufferin Recreation Complex, Shelburne, Ontario. 1:30 is the puck drop in Shelburne for the Minto 81 Shelburne Muskies. Now, all these games, the times that you see on the graphic are the puck drop times. Pre-game usually starts about 15 minutes prior to that, as I like to give you a rundown of rosters and standings updates, so on and so forth. But anyway, that is all that I have to provide for you for this New Year's Eve edition of the Gone Fishin podcast. Again, league happenings, obviously the benefit there of a highlight pack from this past weekend as well. But tremendous 2025 of the OEHL season. And I've just been absolutely blessed time and time again to be a part of it. So want to say thank you to everyone who's continued to watch this podcast and continued to put out the amazing streaming numbers that you've put throughout the course of the season for me. Just overwhelmingly fantastic. And I can't thank you guys enough. Our final thing that we will show you before we sign off, well, actually, I'm going to sign off and then I will air the goals from the Shelburne Muskies that have been compiled by myself and 519 Sports Online for the Shelburne Muskies in 2025. Happy New Year, everybody. Make sure you celebrate. Please be safe. No drinking and driving. And just be careful out there. And the next time you'll hear from me is Friday night when I go live at the Plex in Port Elgin for the Ripley Wolves and Saugeen Shores Winterhawks at 8:15. Again, all the games from this upcoming weekend, weather pending, so make sure to stay in tune with the team's social media, the league's social media, for all of your updates in terms of maybe possible postponements and rescheduled dates. That's very, very, very important. But otherwise, on this Gone Fishin podcast, I'll see you guys again next week. But here are the goals in 2025 for the Shelburne Muskies in their return to the senior circuit in 3 years. Enjoy.
But what a save from Eric Paychef. Here's a shot from the line. They score! Muskies are on the board here at the Center Dufferin Recreation Complex. They lead it 1-0 over the Shelburne Muskies, and it looks to be number 10, Nick Hodgson with the goal. Got a short-handed breakaway. Shoots. Save, scores! Eric Paycheff got a piece, but not enough as the Muskies respond short-handed. It's Jamie Corverer who gets the goal for Shelburne that puts them ahead 2-0. Centering pass out of the reach of Hodgson. Now it's Lugozo. Shoots, scores! Adam Lugozo throws it through. It took a deflection and went past Paycheff. And the Muskies capitalize on the power play with Marlowe in the box, and they now lead it 3-0. Hawks. Look out, Lugozo. He's got a break. Score! Lugozo, number 88. What a amount of speed that was. He goes to the backhand, beats Paycheff. Low glove side, and it's a short-handed goal for the Muskies. Their second of the period. Face off here in the Shelburne end. Back to line Lugozo, who has two. In on. They score! A bad angle shot is able to get in behind Paycheff. And a fluky goal from, I believe, let me see here. Okay. This is Caruso, who puts it ahead. And across the line they come. Here's a shot, they score! Wow, a toe drag, and what a shot. Goal from 18, Kyle Burke.
With the Muskies on the power play, Adam Lugozo gives to Jake Stoneham on the half wall. He goes back and forth with Jake Belvedere before firing a shot that beats the netminder. Shelburne gets on the board. It's 5-1.
Stripped away. Train centers. Lugozo has it centers. Scores! The Muskies are on the board first. 16:27 to go, and they've put one on the board. It's 1-0 Shelburne. There'll be play to the line, kept in by the Muskies. They have another opportunity, scores! And down goes Elwood pretty heavily, and that would be the main concern is Elwood, is he's slow to get up, but the puck went past him, and one of the Muskies players barreled into him after the Muskies end. Now here's a break. Here's Nicastro. Shoots. Scores! Alejandro Nicastro scores! And a good one. Always a difficult situation for a goalie to come in cold, and he's looked pretty sharp. Here come the Muskies. Lugozo, backhand, stopping it, scores! Muskies score on the 4-on-4 rebound, and it's Aaron McGurk with the goal, his first of the season, but it's going to be picked up. Hodgson looking ahead, what a pass! Shot, scores! Kyle Burke off the unbelievable feed from Nick Hodgson goes in and goes bar down, and now they're out, and Lugozo's going to pick it off at center. Goes in on the backhand. Centering! Scores! Weber! Off the beautiful feed from Lugozo. And the Muskies have extended their lead. It's 6-4. And now, and a penalty called. Or a penalty upcoming, excuse me. Train shoots, scores! Devin Train on the delayed penalty. Puts it past Elwood. And the Muskies have extended their lead here. It's 7-4. There in support, it's played to the line. And it's going to be Shelburne getting this puck out. And here they come again. Shot, score! And it's another Shelburne Muskies goal, and they extend their lead to 4. Shelburne Muskies hockey from the Center Dufferin Recreation Complex, Shelburne, Ontario, Canada, presented by Dufferin Mutual and Larry's Small Engines. Here's a chance for Shelburne. Scores! Weber! Great pass by Ferreira. Referee too. Fleming and Sebastian DeCastro, number 44. Here's a centering pass. Fleming trying to get this puck out, can't. Lugozo is going to go in after it. It's a 4-on-3 here. And this one's down to Hodgson. Hodgson to Lugozo. Pass. Scores! Stoneham! And the Muskies are into the double digits. That's Shelburne. Good pass ahead. This is Tyler Ferreira, number 27. Couldn't get deep. Now he's got it again. It's kept in. Weber shoots, scores! Chris Weber, number 12. A bullet. Glove hand side. He scores the first of the game. And after not a whole lot from the Shelburne Muskies offensively here in the first period. Minutes to go here in period one, and here comes Elmville. Centering pass, intercepted by Shelburne. They're going to get it to the line and out. Oh, Hodgson took a high stick to the face. He maintains control, centering, scores! Kyle Burke! On the delayed penalty, Hodgson puts it across, Burke finishes, and just like that, it is tied at 1.
Lead pass finds Tyler Ferreira. He crosses it to Carter LaRue, who beats the goalie. LaRue scores his first of the season as the Muskies open the scoring. It's 1-0. The second period, Shelburne is racing down the ice on a 2-on-1. Tyler Ferreira skates in. He dishes it to Keith Palmer, who puts it home. The Muskies grab the lead back early in the second. It's 2-1. But Dakota Prentice keeps it in at the blue line. He throws it on goal, and it beats everybody and finds the back of the net. Prentice gets his first of the campaign as the Muskies extend their lead. It's 3-1. Shortly, they try to play it off the boards, but it's picked up by Carter LaRue. He sends it down low to Sean Caruso, who snaps it in. Caruso scores his first of the season as the Muskies keep rolling. It's 4-1.
It's into the corner. Palmer had it there, and now he gets it back. Centering! Scores! Chris Weber on the feed from Keith Palmer, and boy, 15 seconds into period 2, and we are tied at 1.
Joe's now trying to clear the puck out, but it's deflected and stolen by Corey Allen. Allen centers it to Danny Reve, who dishes it to Sean Caruso, and Caruso hammers it home. Sean Caruso nets his second of the campaign as Shelburne gets on the board. Its Muskies are now looking to respond. It's sent down to Kyle Burke. He crosses it. The first shot is fanned on, but Keith Palmer picks it up and he buries it. Palmer scores his first of the season, and Shelburne's not going away. It's 4-2. After Kyle Burke is on a breakaway. He goes to the backhand, but he's denied. And Chris Weber comes in, and he puts home the rebound. Weber nets his 6th of the year as Shelburne pulls within 1. It's 4-3. Looking to even things up. Jake Stoneham takes it past the blue line. He centers it, and Sean Caruso snipes it past the goalie. Caruso gets his second of the night, and we're all tied at 4 heading into the third. Now on the power play as Chris Weber dishes it to Kyle Burke, and Burke fires it off the post. Keith Palmer picks it up behind the net. He spins and finds Kyle Burke, and this time he makes no mistake. Burke nets his 7th of the campaign as the Muskies keep fighting. It's 6-5.
Face off here to the left-hand side, Alan Maneri. Shelburne 3-8-2 coming in. Georgian Bay 6-7. There's a shot from the line. They score! A seeing eye shot from Carter LaRue. Finds the back of the net, and Shelburne has tied it here in Georgian Bay. But he still has control of the puck. Plays it back to Carter LaRue. He's the only goal scorer for Shelburne in this game. Centering, scores! And it's Kyle Burke on the power play. Makes it 7-2.
It's the Gone Fishin' podcast in association with the OEHL and the Shelburne Muskies, and hosted by OEHL live on YouTube play-by-play commentator Andrew Rodgers. This podcast is brought to you by Larry's Small Engines, your trusted Can-Am, Sea-Doo, Ski-Doo dealer in Mono, Ontario, Canada. Located at 286-270 County Road 10. Visit their website at larrysmallengines.ca or call 519-941-1517 today.